So sorry for the interruption. So, Arjuna is fully uh, tensed here. He doesn't know what to do in that situation. It was a very precarious condition for him. So one cannot take a proper decision or a very productive or constructive decision during those situations. So one has to approach a proper bona fide spiritual master or a senior most devotees who are well versed to tackle such a problems. So due to his impatience, Arjuna was not able to stay in the battlefield, and he was forgetting himself on account of his weakness and of his mind. So here Prabhupada is saying in the purport that because of his weakness of his mind, he was not able to stay there. He was not able to fight with Kauravas, and he was forgetting himself because knowledge is completely zero. It is stolen by Maya. When your knowledge is stolen by Maya, nothing will be there. Nothing works out here. You will be blank. You will be blah blah blah. So that is why one should read Shastras like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is one of the it is also called Gita Upanishad. One of the Upanishads which gives very clear picture of how to stay in this material world and how dangerous is the material world. So one can think that if I construct a house, I will become happy. If I buy a car, I will be happy. If I become a richest man, I will be happy. All these things a person will attain because he wants to show how rich he is, how opulent he is. Because most of them, they doesn't know about this. Why the rich people or opulent people, they want to show off. That is why Arjuna also telling why I should if I kill everyone, then whom I can show all these things. How everybody knows that I am opulent. If everybody kills, there will be no people who will appreciate me, who will glorify me. That is the problem here. So all these social functions or any political, economical, social programs or functions, all these are happening because one wants to, it is natural in this material world, one wants to show his ability, show his richness, or one wants to show his cleverness, or one wants to show his pietism, all these things. Especially one is, if he is very opulent, he wants to show off. That is why they buy very costliest cars, they build very big bungalows. So they want to show to the people that I am very rich, I am very opulent, I am very posh. So Arjuna, it is just the opposite. That is why it is called Viparitani. Viparitani means just the opposite. But what is the use of showing them when you don't keep Krishna in the center? There is no use at all. So it is useless because so there are so many hardships because of a person in the head of the family will work like anything and he will slog like anything. Especially in India, in a country like India, in a scorching heat and in a terrible cold and in a snowfall, heavy snowfall, minus degree temperature will be there. They will work like anything. They will slog like anything. They will sweat in scorching heat and in severe cold. Why no? To get to earn money and to become rich and to service family. But once you go and ask the family, there some fine day they will blaspheme him like anything. They will react like anything. They will scold him like anything. So that is the reward or award you will get from the same family members. Similarly, in the country also, in the society also. Gandhi worked hard like anything. He was very, very um serious and in getting the kingdom back, in getting the freedom back to our country in India. So somehow or other he got it from Britishers, thinking that in the future we will be very happy if we drive the Britishers, if we drive the Englishmen. But as soon as we got the freedom from the Britishers, he was very happy. But next day evening he was shot dead by his own countrymen. That is what it is. Viparitani. That is just opposite. We think we will be very happy in the future because we are very we are slogging like anything, and we got the freedom, and we become very rich. That is why some happy days are going to come in the future. I will be the happiest man. For me, there will be no sorrows at all. So we might think like that, but in the Govinda Dasa sings the one song. Sita atapa bata barisana edina jamani jagere bipate sevino krupanna durlama chapala saka lava lagite. So that's what I told you. A person will work hard like anything in scorching heat and severe cold and in snowfalls, so heavy snowfalls also. That is the nature's law. You have to suffer. So that is illusion. So because in whatever happiness you are going to get in this material world, in 8th chapter 16th verse, Krishna says, "A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna Mam Petyantu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate." Krishna says here the highest planet in this material world is among the among the three worlds is Brahma Loka. Satyalokam it is called. Even if you go to Satyaloka or even if you become a Brahma, you can live long period, long duration you can live, but ultimately you will also have to suffer. Even Brahma also has to die. He has to leave the body. There is no permanent or eternal life is there in all these material worlds, in these planetary systems. So wherever you go in this material world, there will be sufferings will be there. There will be no happiness. We might think that is happiness, but that happiness leads to distress. So Madhama Gatva Punarjanmana Vidyate. But if you come to my loka, he says, Krishna says, Mam Upetyantu Kaunteya. Ma means Krishna. If you come to my loka, there is no Punarjanma, there is no reincarnation, no rebirth. Once for all stop it is. Madgatva Nanivartante. Krishna says, once you come to my loka, there is no birth, death, old age, disease. So that is material consciousness. Nimittani, Viparitani means material consciousness. We see without happiness of myself. See, there is a why we want to be happy, because we want to serve my family, my mind. I mean, my family, my society, my country, my community, my people, my house, everything. My. This two-letter word, my, will make us keep repeating in this planetary systems in the material world. So it is the expansion of selfishness. So Arjuna is playing like a ordinary foolish person. Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani Keshava. Keshava means Krishna's another name is Keshava because he kills the demon Kesi. That is why he is called Keshava. So Arjuna is telling the Krishna, I came here to fight to get happiness, but I have only sufferings here. And he's arguing with Krishna. I have to kill my own men. Where is my happiness? So I can't enjoy alone. There must be someone to share my happiness. So that is why Krishna is asking us, please come to me, surrender to me. But nobody is surrendering. Krishna. So we remain survey. So because of sense gratification, we are remaining in the same material world. So these six um, Shada, Harishad Vargas, Kama, Krodha, Lova, Mada, Matsarya. Because of this, we are not able to come out from this material world. Because it is Kamadinam Katina, Katide Palita, Duridesha. So service to lust, service to greediness, senses. Because I know these senses are what, how much ever you serve the senses, they say, you still serve me, you still serve me, you still serve me. Keeps on saying, give me that, give me this, come we'll enjoy that, we'll see this, we'll hear about that, we'll experience about that. So many things it will be saying, senses. So there is no stop unless or otherwise you serve Rishikesa, who is the master of senses. So and ultimately only because of Krishna's grace, by intelligence, one can surrender to Krishna or surrender to the devotees. Like example, if you diseased man is there, he will be always thinking of uh, when I will walk, when I will have a normal food, when I will enjoy with my friends, when I will enjoy with my wife, children's family. He will be always thinking of that, when I will get discharged from the hospital. So all these things will be reeling in his mind. So he will not think about the permanent cure of his disease. And he will not be knowing what disease he is having. But still he wants to come out and enjoy. So that is the problem here. That is the mistake we are committing every time in this material life. So The words nimittani, viparitani are significant here. When a man sees only frustration in his expectations, he thinks, why am I here? Everyone is interested in himself and his own welfare. So we are all having this problem. We are interested in our own welfare. We are interested, everyone is interested in ourselves and our own welfare, not about anything else, not about intelligence. Sampratam labdha buddhi. So we have to get intelligence from Guru Sadhu Shastra. So Arjuna ultimately here is thinking that if I fight against Kauravas, he thinks that victory in the battle would only be a cause of lamentation for him. He thinks if I fight with them, that will be only a lamentation. He is not thinking, he is not pondering about this. He is not analyzing that if I win, Krishna will be pleased. If I wage a war, Krishna will be satisfied. So similarly, we are also thinking that if I satisfy my senses, I will be happy one day. If I work for my family, if I slog for my family, they will be very happy. So similar situation for us also, like Arjuna. So by coming out of that picture, we have to think, we have to develop love towards Krishna and taking association of the devotees. We should try to clarify all our doubts, because unless or otherwise doubts are clarified in our mind, we will not surrender to Krishna. So the conditioned soul, once real self-interest lies in Vishnu or Krishna, the conditioned souls forget this, because in Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, Jivera Sarupahai Krishna re Nityadas. The constitutional position of a jiva is to serve Krishna. So if we don't understand our constitutional position, like the constitutional position of a salt, of a water is to quench the thirst, and the constitutional position of soul is to serve Krishna, Super Soul, Paramatma. So the constitutional position of fire is to burn itself, to burn someone who keeps anything there. So everything has its own constitutional position. Even if you take a typewriter and go to heavenly planet, the nature of the typewriting is to make sound, kata 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 kata. That's all. Wherever you take. Similarly, if a jiva or a conditioned soul, this constitutional position is to serve Krishna wherever he is, whether he is in a hellish planet or whether he is any material planet. He has to serve Krishna. That is his constitutional position. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So what is the cause for this? What is the nimittani? What is the cause for Arjuna acting like this? Why he is acting like this? Because he is too much attached to his family, and his fearfulness because of bhaya. So bhaya is one of the major characteristics of this material world. Because of fearfulness and the loss of mental equilibrium takes place in persons who are too affected by material conditions. So if we are too much affected by material conditions, we will have that bhaya. Similarly, every person in this material world will have that fear. Oh, what will happen in the future? How I am going to tackle, how I am going to maintain my life, my wife, my family. So anything may happen. So how I am going to tackle this, how I am going to balance. All these things are called fearfulness, which leads to mental equilibrium and the attachment to material conditions. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you for patience listening. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Please welcome. Any questions? Please you can put in the chat box. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare